Hello, friends. Happy Friday Eve day to my LinkedIn friends and my YouTube friends. Waiting on, there we go, StreamYard to get into my Facebook group so that I can talk to the people in my group. Let me find, there we go. I think I see the comments. Hey, get that started. Awesome. How is everybody doing? All right, let's officially start this. Happy Friday Eve day to everybody. You guys know how I do things around here every single week. I'm using StreamYard to go live in my free Facebook group, which you should be a member of. It's called Be a Confident Entrepreneur. Get visible, grow your email list and your income. Come join us. My YouTube channel, which I still need subscribers, y'all. If you know how to grow a YouTube channel, please let me know. And LinkedIn, which I am learning. LinkedIn is a little bit different animal, but I like it. So, LinkedIners, hit the bell next to my name on my profile so we can stay connected. YouTubers, if you would smash the subscribe button, I would be so grateful. All right, what are we talking about today? Impulsiveness. Have you ever done something impulsive? I'm talking about like immediately, I think skydiving, I think ziplining, I think cliff diving, or you finally bought that designer bag that you've had your eye on for over a year, something there where there's a serious adrenaline rush when it comes to doing stuff like that. And so when we do things like that, it just challenges us and it takes us right outside our comfort zone, especially if you're jumping out of a perfectly good airplane. We might not have it all figured out, but we're excited to see what's going to happen. And that's what we're talking about today. The time I decided on a whim, and a lot of you know this story, to do a low-cost workshop and the behind the scenes of it, how I felt, what happened, all the stuff. But first, just in case this is the first time we've ever met, I'm Tracy Beavers. I'm an award-winning business and sales coach with over 20 years of experience in marketing, sales, and business growth. And several years ago, about 7 to be exact, I just finally became fed up with my corporate career, which you guys, I thought I never would do. I was going to be vice president of all things important in corporate, and I never thought I'd leave. But I just reached a tipping point on it. And I decided to hatch a plan to leave. It took me about a year and a half to fully exit. I started building this business alongside that corporate job, our 2 busy kids. In my second full year of building this business as a business coach, I busted through the 6-figure ceiling and I have not looked back. And I do not say that to brag. You guys know me that know me well know I am not a braggy braggerson. I want to share that with you because if you are trying to build your business alongside a full-time job, or maybe you've left the job and you're wondering, when is this business going to grow? You can do it. If I did it, you can do it too. I teach all organic visibility and list growth strategies, and I have coached hundreds of entrepreneurs over the years to ramp up their visibility online so you can grow that email list, get more leads coming in. And the strategies I teach get your email list and your leads coming in automatically every day in the background of your business, like just turning on a cogwheel all by itself. It's really, really cool without paid ads or creating more lead magnets, because you've probably already done that. If you are thinking, here we are at the start of Q3, I cannot believe. I was thinking the other day, I'm like, are we in Q2? No, holy mackerel, we're in Q3. Here we are at the start of Q3. If your business is not doing what you intended it for it to do, don't suffer anymore, okay? Get with somebody that can guide you and be your coach. I would love for you to choose me. So if you're thinking that it's like, oh my stars, I need to talk to Tracy, I have 45-minute one-to-one sessions. You can try me out. You can see what it's like to have coaching with me. They are perfect for getting unstuck on 1 to 2 things. They're only $187. It's way discounted off of my normal hourly rate. And the reason why I do that is because I want you to have a low barrier to entry point with me, to try me on, see what it's like to coach with me, and see what we can do together. One of my clients, we did one 45-minute one-to-one session. I needed to help her with her sales closing and getting her conversions back up on her sales calls. We tweaked some verbiage. I gave her a new framework, some fresh ideas. She closed 2 new clients that afternoon for $5,800, y'all. That's the kind of results I get, people. It's amazing, and I love it. All right, pop your questions and comments into the chat for me as we go along. Facebook group members, welcome in. YouTubers and LinkedIners, throw your questions and comments in. And if you are coming to me on replay, comment, like, heart, send me a DM. I love to connect with you. Okay. Most of you guys know that I decided a few weeks ago to do my first ever low-cost workshop. And let me tell you something. I was scared. I was like, Okay, I set it out. I made an announcement on Facebook so that I could not back out. And I knew then if I said it out loud and I posted about it on social media that I couldn't chicken out, right? So I made myself do that. It ended up being quite the ride. And it's yet another example of me, I'm notorious for this, having a big idea and sort of flying by the seat of my pants to get it done. Life with me is very exciting. Ask my family. All right, so here's the thing. All I had, you guys, all I had was the topic idea. That's it. I knew I wanted to help people have more DM conversations that led to more connections and more conversions, right? Because the DMs, for some reason, stump people. People forget about communicating in the DMs. The DMs and the email inbox are where those conversions are going to happen because that's where you're able to have conversations with people. But everybody gets stuck when it comes to the DMs, and I'm really good in the DMs. So I was like, I got to teach people how to do this. That's all I had was my big idea. I didn't have a title. I did not have a checkout page. I had no sales page. I had no framework for the training yet. I had no workbook, nothing, just the idea. And my brain, this is what my brain said. Tell me in the comments if you can relate to this because this is the honest truth. What did my brain say? My brain said, you're going to fall flat on your face, Tracy Beavers. And my brain wasn't wrong because from a common sense standpoint, to be successful, don't you need to have a bit more than just a big idea? And the answer to that common sense question is no. Now that I've lived it and I've come out the other side, I'm all in one piece. I didn't die, right? That's the other thing. It's like, I didn't die. I put it together. People showed up. It was amazing. The feedback I got was incredible. It turned into a glorious success. But I'm sharing this story with you. When I was typing out my notes for this training and sharing this with you, I realized that anything we have in the world, anything, started with just a big idea, right? The light bulb, it was like a light bulb went off. See what I did there? Don't fire me. The light bulb, electricity, medical cures, television, radio, the iPhone, Apple computers. Somebody had to have the big idea. So I guess you could say that I threw myself out of that perfectly good airplane, skydiving, not knowing if my parachute was going to open. And that's exactly the way it felt in my brain. And I'm being honest with you because it's so important to have these honest conversations. As much success as I've had, as many years as I've been in this business, in this space, as many people as I have coached to massive success, some of my clients came to me and I got them to over six figures a year. And one of them was in only 18 months. There were a few times in this where I was like, I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to take back what I said. I almost talked myself out of it. Like it was at every turn when I went to do something, it was like my brain was saying, no, you might die. Nope, you might die. Nope, you might die. So here's what I did. In order to calm my brain and calm myself, I made a list of everything I would need. And then I looked at the list and I was like, okay, this looks like a whole lot of stuff. This looks like a huge mountain of stuff, tasks, thought work, creativity, and time. And I love the tech. The tech pieces. Tech is not my love language. And my brain just kept thinking, wow, this is going to be a lot of work. I hope somebody buys it and I hope somebody shows up. But here's the thing. I also had to tell myself this. I have attended workshops recently of people that I admire. And I watched their funnel, like from the time I got the invite to register, to the registration page, to the thank you page, to the emails they sent, to watching how they did the workshop while we were doing it, the workbook, all of it. And they kept things so simple. And it was still massively valuable. So I had to ask myself, okay, Tracy Beavers, why couldn't you do that too? Why do you have to make this thing have sparklers and fireworks attached to it, right? Why can't you just keep this simple? So I decided to give myself a taste of my own coaching and do what I tell my clients to do all the time. Make a list, baby steps, tackle each item one at a time, not allowing myself to get too caught up in my head about the next thing or about any one thing. Not worrying too far down the list, one step at a time, and not overthinking the task I was working on and not trying to make it perfect and not letting myself worry about how some of the stuff on the list was going to get done until I actually got to that part of the list. And thank heaven for AI tools. I mean, I feel like I started this business back in the Stone Age. I mean, I some days I feel like I'm, carving out a stone tablet for the workbook for people to attend my workshops. But seriously, thank heaven for ChatGPT because it saved me so much time. ChatGPT helped me figure out the title. All I had to do was brain dump the ideas, the notes, the things I wanted to teach, the points I wanted to make, the things I didn't want to forget to tell people. And it helped me outline. It didn't write the whole thing for me, but it helped me outline a framework that I could use for teaching the workshop. And that was really soothing to me. I was like, okay, I can see how this thing will unfold. And from there, I decided to be really simple with this because I was telling myself, okay, you're going to have to create a sales page. Well, y'all, tech is not my love language, and neither are graphics. And I was just like, God, could I just have people Venmo me? I don't want to create a sales page, right? But what I ended up doing was I used Kajabi. I created a simple checkout. I created an offer in Kajabi, and because I already had offers in Kajabi, all I had to do was duplicate one of the offers I'd already made, plug in the new pieces, and created a simple checkout that had everything that I would have said on a sales page with the early bird promo code and my upsell of Voxer Access. And I was like, well, that was easy. I was trying to talk myself out of it. So then after I had these pieces, I had ChatGPT help me write 3 to 4 social media posts that I could use. My awesome assistant, she made me some beautiful graphics. Thank goodness for Alanis. And then I was able to use the social copy that I got to write some promotion emails because there's no reason to make your social media copy and your emails different. Write the email and use the copy in the email to write the social media post, or write the social media post and use the copy in the social media post to write your email. Nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to pay any attention. So I needed emails for the purchase confirmation, reminder emails every few days leading up to the workshop, flying by the seat of my pants. And at this point, I didn't have a workbook. And I told myself that I would add, so I was creating these reminder emails, like after you purchased it and you get the confirmation and then you get the reminders. I set all those up. I didn't have a workbook yet, but what I told myself was, okay, when you get the workbook done, you get the link and you go back into Kajabi and you just plug the link into those emails. Okay, just don't worry about it. Just go ahead and get the emails done, get them set, and then you can create your workbook. And for some reason, I thought I can't plug the emails in until I get the workbook link. No, this was not going to be the end of the world, right? And the other thing that was not going to be the end of the world was I was like, this workbook feels heavy. How can I make this easy? It felt daunting. And I thought, well, crap. If I don't get the workbook done until the day before, I'm not going to die. You're not going to die. Everybody's going to be fine. I can still give it to you in plenty of time for you to attend the workshop, right? I mean, I don't know why we put so much pressure on ourselves. So this workbook felt like a mountain until I realized that I could use a simple Google Doc rather than going into Canva and trying to make a fancy PDF. And then I realized that Google Doc would actually be better from a printer-friendly standpoint and might even be easier to follow because I could tab the important sections over on the side for everybody. So instead of making something beautiful and colorful in Canva that might take up everybody's printer ink when they go to print it, I kept it simple and I created it in a Google Doc. All right. My brain also said, well, you're just going to have slides, Tracy. Everybody expects slides. It's a workshop, right? Oh, this is where I did almost quit on this one task. Slides, not fun for me. They take up a lot of time. And yes, I know there are some amazing AI tools out there that would do the slides for me. But remember, tech's not my love language. And I didn't want to have to learn anything new. So I was already putting enough pressure on myself. So here's what I did. I thought, I've got some business besties that I trust that have attended workshops and master classes and things in the past. So I Voxered them and I said, do y'all think I need slides? And they said no. And I was like, thank you, baby Jesus. Tiny infant baby Jesus. They said, no, man, the workbook is enough because you can talk to your audience better face to camera. You can see them on Zoom. You can see the chat. Just roll without the slides. And I was overjoyed because I really didn't want to make the slides. Can you tell? I really did not want to. Okay. Did I have a long runway for promotion? No, I did not. Was I concerned? Yeah, I was a little bit, but here I was. I was in it. I was in the plane flying up to skydive. I had announced the thing. I had created some stuff for the thing, and I was telling people about the workshop, and there was no turning back at this point, because once you open your mouth and announce something out loud, you know what you have then? You have witnesses. You have witnesses that might call you a big fat chicken if you don't go ahead and go through with the thing. So throughout the process, I kept focusing on what my audience needed from me in order to come away with massive value, new thoughts, new shifts in their mindset about the DMs, and for them to set them up for success where they were able to then leave the workshop and go execute on what they learned. And what I did was I focused on what moves people to buy, and not on what would make the workshop look polished. Okay. Because the other thing is, if you guys know me at all, you know I'm not super polished. I mean, I try to be, but I'm a goofball. So in the end, it was a lot of fun. It was way more fun than I thought it was going to be. I was so proud of myself because I trudged through the mud to get the tasks done. And based on the feedback that I got from the students that attended, they had a lot of fun. They learned a lot. Several of them said it was the best workshop they've ever attended. And I cannot tell you how much that means to me. So for me, let's talk about what the workshop was about. It was not about the money, although I think in the end, it generated close to $2,000, which was great. I mean, I was super excited. I'm not mad about that. This workshop was about challenging myself to do something I'd never done, seeing how it would resonate with my audience, and also have a low-cost item, hopefully to grow my audience, give people a low-cost way to work with me and experience me as a coach, growing my audience, growing my list, being able to have those DM conversations with them, and they could experience my teaching style, so that maybe when I launch, not maybe, we are launching Business Visibility Made Easy again in the fall, my 8-week group coaching program. A lot of you are familiar with because I talk about it all the time. But when we go to promote that and launch it, I'm hoping that by experiencing me and my coaching style and the great wins they had in the workshop, that they'll be more open to taking that higher investment step with me, right? Okay, so here's some stuff I learned that I want to share with you guys. You do not have, what am I trying to say? You do not have to be perfect to reach your audience and to make money, because I'm a big example. You know how perfectly imperfect I am. Having the energy for just going for it is attractive to your audience. My audience got excited about this right alongside me, which helped boost my confidence and helped me on those days when I was like, what the heck did you just do, Tracy? Right? When I was trying to talk myself out of it, I was like, no, these people are excited about it. Stop talking to yourself that way, right? I wanted to make sure that I delivered value, not fluff. And that helped build trust with my audience. Goodness knows there is already way too much fluff out there in the online space. So delivering value, that was going to build that trust. The sooner we put our ideas out into the world, the sooner we get feedback on them. And that gives us the fuel and the confidence to keep going. And it makes it fun. So here's what I want for you today. I want to challenge you today, okay? I'm challenging you. I'm known for this. You can ask my students and my clients. I'm known for giving you a challenge. Today's Thursday, Friday Eve day. I'm going to give you till Tuesday of next week. Pick an idea that solves one problem you know you can solve for your audience. So pick an idea, just one, that solves a problem you know your audience has. Then by next Tuesday, I want you to decide on the offer you want to do. Maybe it's a live low-cost workshop like I did. I want you to decide the date. I want you to keep it simple. You do not need a full-blown fancy pants sales page or a big promotion runway or a full marketing plan. Give yourself permission to do this messy, keep it simple, and just stop sitting on your ideas. I am proof that you can put something together in a very short period of time in a very simple way and have success. So this is your sign to just go for it and do it. All right? I'm getting bossy here. I'm going to go over and check the chat really fast. See if I can see some comments. Hang on. Facebook is not wanting to show me the comments. There we go. Sarah's in the house. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Kim Peak. Kim Peak wrote me the sweetest testimonial about the workshop. Teresa, just curious how many people joined who are not already a part of your coaching. Teresa, that's a great question. So I had a mix. I had 34 people sign up for the workshop. Half of them, because I did give, okay, so when I did this, we were still in the 8-week group coaching round of BVME that had started in April. And so I felt like the students, they do not need to pay full price. So if you were a current student or you're an alum, a Business Visibility Made Easy alum that is in our paid mastermind, you get a discount. So they all got 50% off. I felt like that was more than the right thing to do. So half of the people that attended used the 50% off promo code, and they were alums from my program, from my mastermind, or current students. The other half, brand new people that I'd seen their names, they'd seen mine, they'd been curious about working with me. So I was over the moon. Absolutely over the moon. Debbie is here live. I'm so glad to see you. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is so much fun. Okay, again, if you're on replay, just pop into the comments and let me know any questions you have. All right, my friends, here's what I want you to do now. I want to give you my less than 60-second exercise that I used in this process. I still use this today. And it's going to help you rewire your brain for success so that you can think of your big idea by next Tuesday. If you want to email me or DM me the big idea, the date you're going to deliver it, what you're going to do, and then announce it publicly on social media. But this less than 60-second exercise is going to help you rewire your brain for success so that you can take that idea, get into action, bring it to life, and stop allowing your brain to get in the way. So go to tracybeavers.com/repeat to grab that. And I'm going to pop that into the group, Facebook group. And if you're coming to me on the podcast, it'll be in the show notes. And YouTubers and LinkedIners, I will have it over there for you here in just a little bit. So I want you to be here live with me every Thursday at 11:30 Central. Next Thursday, hopefully, if it works out, I still have not heard from this guest. Tobias Young is going to be in the house. He has an amazing business helping fitness instructors build an online business. He's a great guy. I was on his podcast. He's coming in to give his entrepreneurial inspiration story, and you guys are going to want to hear it. So every Thursday at 11:30 Central, put it on your calendar, set a phone alarm. And the biggest thing that I want you to hear every single week from me, you know what I'm going to say if you've been following me. Don't do this alone. Being an entrepreneur is freaking hard. I just demonstrated that, right? I just told you my story, and it's so funny to me. It's like, Tracy, you've had, what in the world? But my brain kept getting in the way through the whole thing. Being an entrepreneur is hard. Some days everybody thinks you're the bee's knees and they're buying what you're selling, and other days nobody can remember your name. And if you think you're alone in that, you are not. So I want you to get into a community of support wherever that is, but you're more than welcome to join my free Facebook group called Be a Confident Entrepreneur. Get visible, grow your email list and your income. You can promote your offers anytime, and you are encouraged to set coffee chats with each other so that you can feel the energy of somebody else that is doing the same thing you're doing. I want you to have a great balance of the week and weekend, and I want you to remember this. When one of us rises, we all rise. There's plenty of business to go around for everybody, so that is why we have got to keep cheering each other on. All right, my friends, I will talk to you guys next week. Thanks for being here.